Okay, here we are, just for today, March 5th. March 5th, 2019. From rude awakening to spiritual awakening. We've sometimes heard it said in our meetings that rude awakenings lead to spiritual awakenings. What kind of rude awakenings do we have in recovery? Such an awakening might occur when some undesirable bit of behavior that we thought safely hidden away is suddenly revealed for all the world to see. Our sponsor might provoke such an awakening by informing us that, just like everyone else, we have to work the steps if we expect to stay clean and recover. Most of us hate to have our covers pulled. We don't like being laid naked in full view. The experience delivers a strong dance of humility. Our first reaction to such a disclosure is usually shock and anger, yet we recognize the truth when we hear it. What we are having is a rude awakening. Such awakenings often disclose barriers that block us from making spiritual progress in our recovery. Once those barriers are exposed, we can work the steps to begin removing them from our lives. We can begin experiencing the healing and serenity which are the preludes to a renewed awakening of the spirit. Just for today, I will recognize the rude awakenings I have as opportunities to grow to spiritual awakenings. Rude awakenings. These are struggles that you go through that seem very hard to deal with, very coarse, very like swimming upstream immensely. And it can feel like it's a time of profound change, recovery, especially when you're going through your first set of steps. So a rude awakening, which is rude at the start, can eventually, with time, get smoother. Just like doing something for the first time, you suck ass at it. Do it once, do it twice, do it 3 times. Now you're probably pretty good at it. Something like this, which I'm doing right now. The first time I did it, the first video I posted, I was like, oh my god, such a to-do. Now I've got it like down to a science. I'm like, it does not take me that long. And right now I'm in a rude awakening because I just had a long ass day of work, 10 hours. I gotta go to a meeting, my home meeting, and I only have like half an hour to shoot this and upload it, but I can make that happen. It's a little bit of a rude awakening. It's a really big push forward. But after I push through this, so much becomes possible. I know that I can get there. I know that I can get the job done under bad circumstances. So awakenings that seem rude, like you're getting a bucket of cold water dumped on you and woken up from a nap, like that's a rude awakening. But after that happens a few times, you're used to it. And the rude awakening doesn't become such a rude awakening. One of the rude awakenings I always do is I turn my shower on, blast it cold at the end of my hot shower. And that is a rude awakening, but it's like, it just ups your willpower. And getting through rude awakenings ups your willpower. Being able to work out the week and be strong. Showing up every day, Monday to Friday, on time. That's a rude awakening for someone who's been in an active addiction and had fuck all to do other than find their drug of choice and fucking use. So everything you do when you first do it is a rude awakening. But once you get through that hard part of doing it a few times, it becomes easy. Not easy, some things, but it becomes much more manageable. You're able to do it. Like, when I see people do things that they don't want to do and still be, like, in a good mood about it, I'm like, how the fuck do you do that? Once you do things more and stay clean for longer periods of time, you'll be able to do things that seemed like a rude awakening those will become routine, and you'll be able to be in a good mood about it and not even care that it's something you don't want to do that much. So push through your rude awakenings, because it will lead to an awakening of the spirit. And the best rude awakening is the 12 steps. You got to do the steps like it is an awakening, like it's a rude awakening. When you don't want to do it, do it. When you feel like shit, do it. When you feel like this, do it. So, March 5th, 2019, Rude Awakenings. I'm Heavy Brown. Thanks for tuning in.